Yes guys, welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Crockeeey, and today is the day Warzone 2 and Season 1 has finally been released. And to start this video off, I just want to say a few things. Combat Record is now finally available for all platform players to check their stats. Thank you Infinity Ward for finally doing this. The game promised its pleasure to release Shoot House again, and after a few games I can positively say it's actually quite good, and I actually had a great experience playing it. I mean, there's aspects on the map where I can see myself getting mad, but overall the design and refurbished layout is actually pretty solid. Battle Pass UI is very questionable. I mean, the whole of Modern Warfare 2's UI is poor. However, this Battle Pass UI looks like a revamped model of COD mobile Battle Pass. A few of the new items and decals and even weapons that have been released, again, I think are really pretty solid. However, I couldn't give a fuck what my player looks like, as I'm playing in first person majority of the time on multiplayer. But the one thing that has truly shone a light on how bad Infinity Ward's devs are is Warzone 2. So a little background before I explain all the horrific gameplay I've just completely witnessed. I spent around 40 minutes playing with a good mate of mine on the newer Xbox, and I was on my PC, and we was both pretty much excited to load up Warzone and completely give it a go. However, problems immediately arose, in fact instantaneously. So for a start, me and my mate couldn't party up, which is no surprise since this has been an issue for years on all these new titles of Call of Duties. But the most outrageous discovery I did find when loading in was my frames, or FPS, had dropped by 20 to 30. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say my PC is a high-end one. However, my PC on multiplayer and even the old Warzone comfortably ran 100 frames per second and above. On this hand, though, that wasn't the case. In fact, at times, I'd say my peak in Warzone was around 60 frames per second, 70. Now, this is disgusting, but what I want to make clear before anyone starts violating me on my PC and settings, my friend who's on the Xbox was noticing his frames had dropped significantly. In fact, he doesn't have a setting or menu that shows his frames per second, but the lag and awful graphics and picture and everything he was dealing with proved his game wasn't running up to scratch at all. Now, before I explain why Warzone 2 has failed immediately, I just want to point out I did come across enemies on the new proximity chat, and all I could hear from them on their end was, "Why am I lagging? What the fuck is happening to my frames? And I feel like my game's going to crash." Quote unquote. That is exactly what I heard on the proximity chat. Now, diehard Infinity Ward fans are going to jump straight on the bandwagon and argue that the new season of Warzone 2 has only just been released, so issues and frame drops are expected. Well, here's my answer to this. Fuck your developers who have hyped this Warzone 2 to blow the whole lid open on Call of Duty fans for us, and fuck you for sticking up for a bunch of pricks who again have cut corners with this huge update. Not to even mention the gigabytes this update has costed players on especially Xbox. But what is going on with these new COD titles? I mean, for fuck's sake, where's your excuse to this piece of shit of a game? Get this right. Warzone 2 is dealing with such frame drops throughout all consoles and PC. Towards the end of a match, the game proceeded to crash on me and not save any of my kills or record for that game. Like, what the fuck do you want? How can I say anything positive about this game? Now, I'm truly disgusted with the way that these money-making fees are just totally making this game a shamble. And to be quite honest, if I could receive a refund and someone had to chop my left hand off as a payment, then I would take that as an offer and I would just straight away refund this game. Whoever can sit here after playing their first 2 games of Warzone and say, yes, big things are coming for this title, you are virtually a dick rider. There isn't anything I can say I'm impressed about. The new updated version of Warzone, other than the map, is actually by far better than Warzone's previous map before this new title came out. Now, I do want to make sure my opinion is made on multiplayer, and to be honest, it's nothing to blow your mind away or think, yes, multiplayer is now showing signs of a potential competitor of even being one of the best Call of Duties. However, compared to the new release of Warzone, this Season 1 update for Modern Warfare 2 is great on behalf of the multiplayer aspect. Now, before I leave you guys, I just want to state I will not be playing any Warzone 2 until I see visual evidence the game has already been fixed and frames aren't dropping for each player on every console. And the gameplay is what I like to call pretty much acceptable, because there won't be any content in regards of Warzone 2, because I've just been left speechless again. Is there anything Infinity Ward can truly perfect with this title? Probably not, but that's not a problem. I'm sure we're all happy to have paid £70 to £100 for a 2022 title of a franchise so loved, yet hated at the same time, and we've all been given this pile of shit of a game. Look, I'm truly sorry about how negative my content in regards to Modern Warfare 2 has been. I've tried to find positives in this game, but it's like trying to find a diamond in a sandy beach. There simply isn't any. So let me know, guys, down below what your views are, especially if you've already had a little insight to this new update. I'm always open to hear and taking people's opinions. Please also don't forget to let me know and share ideas as to what content you're hoping to see on this channel in the future. But for now, guys, I'm out, and I will see you all in the next one.